an explosion of expressions, I still don't see enough. Not enough freedom living, not enough freedom hair, not enough natural skin. Hey guys, thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. I hope that everyone is doing well on today. I am Soulfully Royal Nita, okay? And my goal is to always help you to feel inspired and leave feeling soulfully royal. So the title, as you can see, will be speaking about anxiety. Whew. Moment of silence. Yes, 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 I am owning it. I have been living with anxiety and treating myself naturally, okay, and I'm grateful about that. Having the resources to be able to treat myself and wanting to treat myself. So yes, let's get into it. So what is anxiety, right? We must hit on that. It's basically excessive overthinking, excessive thinking, pretty much the worst of a lot of situations when you can just relax and know that things will work out in your favor if you just be in the now. So I sat and I was sitting with myself and I thought, when did this happen? It can possibly be from genetics. I won't mention anyone or anything like that, but genetically, I believe that serves as a factor. And being an ex-counselor and doing my own research, I do know that I can identify with symptoms from earlier in my childhood. And an example of that would be simple small things like, okay, if I have a neighborhood friend and someone of my family would say hi to her and she didn't hear them, I'm like, oh, did you speak? Did you not say? Just overly excessive, as stated earlier, right? And that's not a good way to be. That's not how life's supposed to be. We're supposed to be our authentic self and just love who we are naturally and just be in the now. And that's what I've been practicing. So I have a few tips on what's been keeping me afloat. And if that's something that you're into, please don't click off this video. So my first tip, I'll say nature. Your girl loves nature. I absolutely adore nature. So once I get my foot in the sand, once I get my foot on the beach, in the water, once I hear those birds, things of that nature, once I'm just relaxing, just on a mountain, wherever I'm at, I'm one with nature. So if I get more and more of that, I feel as though I can breathe. And I think back when I used to work in my 9-to-5, I had to take multiple trips outside just to feel the air, just to get my vitamin D, So yes, I definitely think that nature is a saving grace with how I combat my anxiety. Okay, so another tip I'll say, exercise, y'all. Exercise. In my late 20s, I still make sure that I prioritize exercising. Hands down. A little short story, right? I remember being in undergrad, and I was very petite. Always had a petite, nice figure, but grateful for what I have. But they had a few colleagues like, oh, I was trying to get into knowing like the gym and how it works. Oh, girl, you don't need to work out. Look at you, and that it was triggering because it's like, wait, you don't know my story. And I told you guys in the beginning, that's when I was learning, more research about what can work for me, how I can be calmer in certain situations around crowds and things of that nature. And to hear someone just tell me, oh, you don't need to work out, they didn't know it was bigger than looking good. Now, again, your girl love to look good, I can't lie, but I needed to do it for my inner peace. Okay, so I'll say I've been on that journey for about 7 to 8 years consistently. A lot of my training is maintained from at home. Up until recently, I just started exploring outside the home, like the gym here and there. But nonetheless, I maintain my fitness. You don't need a big space to maintain fitness as well as your mental health, right? So I definitely say if you're battling with anxiety, get to getting that adrenaline pumping and just being at peace with yourself. Listen to your music, do your affirmations while you're exercising, whatever works for you, do it. to help become your authentic self. Okay. A third tip I'll say that keeps me grounded is goal chasing, guys. Goal chasing. When I am working on myself and what I see for my future self, and that's another thing, not being. You always learn about the future, but it's a good way, right? So when I'm thinking about my future self, it's like, okay, yes, goal chase, Danita. Goal chase. Get to those dreams, because if you don't, somebody else will, and you'll just be over there pulling your ears off, like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. So I find when I'm mixed into myself, and I'm sorry, you guys may hear some cutting of the grass right now. Sorry about that. So to all my creators out there, you know the struggle, right? Or even if you're not a creator, if you're working on something and there's noise in the background, so definitely bear with me as they cut the grass. But as I was stating, goal chasing keeps me grounded, knowing that I'm working on myself each and every day, and I'm getting closer to what I envision for myself, so that it lifts the load, if that makes sense, okay? As opposed to, oh my gosh, I could have done that yesterday, or I'm just being in the now and I'm in my creative process. So I definitely say goal chasing has been rewarding for me because I'm focused and I'm not doing that excessive worrying. Okay, definitely also self-care is a tip that has been keeping me afloat on my anxiety journey. I have a list where I keep at least 20 ways to properly self-care for myself. So in all actuality, there's no real reason why I shouldn't have things under grips unless I simply choose not to, because I have a toolbox filled with resources to keep me calm. I mean, so many things, just to name a few, from writing poetry, styling my hair, writing blogs, it's so much. I don't want to just use this video I do a lot, in that aspect to keep me grounded, and I'm grateful to have that. And sometimes I do feel like a failure when I know, okay, I could have incorporated a self-care tool there, but yet I chose to just let anxiety overtake me. So I definitely think you should keep a list of some things to keep you calm, or some people to call if you feel like they are understanding, because a lot of people on this road of recovery, naturally they don't understand. Okay, they may think that you're just making excuses, things of that nature. Whatever that may be, you know your why, and you know why sometimes you may react the way that you may react. However, a lot of people won't understand you the way that you understand you, especially if you don't have a prescription for this, if you're self-treating. Alrighty, another tip that I use regarding anxieties will be to release. Okay, yes, I said release. Okay, so if that job is causing you anxiety, if that relationship, be it if you're dating, if you are in a friendship, whatever that is, if that's causing you anxiety, okay, whatever it may be, you must release it and let it go. Be at one with it. Be at one with it, guys. You don't need a team of people parading you on and cheering you on, none of those things. You don't need that if they're going to stress you out. You need peace and calm. So, yeah, I definitely chucked up the deuces to a job that was stressful, and a few jobs that was stressful. A few possible relationships as well. You have to do what you have to do for your mental health, and I will remain an advocate for that. And I try to also practice what I preach. I'm not putting anything out there that I do not do. So, yeah. Look deeply within and see what you need to release. It may be a bad habit. It may be a bad habit of eating bad daily, whatever that may be. Look within, guys, and you will be on a road to recovery, I promise. So I must say, my very last tip with combating anxiety naturally is just staying in the gratitude mode, guys. Anybody, that's another thing. If you know me, you know you'll hear this word from me a lot. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm even grateful for the happy Danita and the flawed Danita, the overthinking Danita, all of those things. I am grateful for, guys. You got to accept that you have to be at one with self. Okay? So, yes, I hope that you can take something away from this. You definitely can live a great life with this thing that wants to take you down. It's serious. As I stated, I've worked with people in the past that had very severe anxiety, never wanted to leave their home. So I count myself blessed in my own situation. So do what's best for you, but if it's out of your hand, if you're not a naturalist and you want to, of course, trust the doctors, trust them, but also know what you're intaking into your body. All right, so yeah, thanks for stopping by. I hope that you got something from this, whether it's 1 tip, 2 tips, whatever it may be. I hope that you gained something. So yes, have an amazing day.